Hi, Steve. Just how was first full day back at training after winning Game 1 against Salt Lake? How's preparations going and the mindset of the team here?
Yeah, good to have a couple days off and business as usual. We have the same schedule, same routine, so it feels just like another week for sure.
How big would it be for that way? Obviously, you clinched the series.
Sure.
For this franchise, it's been starved for any positives in the playoffs for a long time. How big would it be?
For sure. Well, we want to win the series. Now, whether that's preferably two, but if we have to do three, we have to do three. It's a difficult place to go. They have, as you saw, they can be very dangerous in that game. We're preparing at the moment. It'll be a different game. I don't think it's going to be the same. We know that. We were there about a month or 6 weeks ago. So, and obviously we don't have our fans. The fans were great. The energy in the stadium, I think, was really, really good. So we'll be without them.
I was going to ask you, with this type of series, how much do you think the Game 1 versus the Game 2 changes?
Well, obviously, winning Game 1 is really big for us. If they get a result here, we're going to be under it going back there. So Game 1 feels really good. Having said that, there's no one in this locker room who feels like we've done anything. There's no one who's celebrating. We understand the task at hand. I think what you're seeing from the Dynamo is a very veteran team. We're a new team, but we have a lot of veteran pieces who have done this before. So.
Sports TV. During the Open Cup, you met Ray Salt Lake. A few days after, you then went back to Sports. Now you get an Open playoff. What adjustment, having watched your first game against them here, what adjustment do you think you guys can make to come up with something positive?
Well, I think it's going to be more the way that they play. I expect them to press right away. I think that they're going to come after us, here in Houston they sat off us and they were a little bit more looking to counter. So I think it's going to be a lot different game. It's going to be challenging for us in the back because I think they're going to be really pressing. They always have a lot of fans with altitude and weather there. It's a very, very, I played there in the playoffs before. It's very challenging for sure.
Defense and the goalkeeper have to be in sync.
Sure.
To get correct result. And how do you plan to improve that coordination and communication with your back four?
Yeah, we feel good. It's been now the same 11 for a long time. We feel really comfortable with each other.
You know that that it's possible to play for a draw.
Right.
I asked Archer last time after this last game.
Sure.
He felt that he said it didn't. From
Right.
your eyes and then watching tape and the custody, do you feel like after they scored, you feel like they would play for a draw?
Well, I think that they, away from home, them to get to penalties, I think they probably would think it was okay, and I think the same for us. There's a big difference when you go on the road. But obviously the game has changed, so they need a win, and I believe they're going to go for it for sure.
How's your ankle? You kind of went down.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty hard hit, but I'm okay.
You mentioned bringing in veteran players, and when you came here and others, Pat puts this team together.
Sure.
Ben's here. You have to be. I know you're not satisfied because you want to keep going in the playoffs, but
right.
It must feel good that this chemistry project is working so far.
Well, there was a moment when we clinched playoffs where I went to Pat and Asher and Ben and said, congrats. I've been working on this for 2 years. I think when I signed here from the Timbers, people were like, maybe a head scratcher, but I believed in this project. So yes, to answer that, it feels good. Having said that's long over, and the Open Cup's long over. This is a new competition where, our expectations are now to move on. And that's it. I don't think anyone's going to feel great if we don't. And that's what I think we want as a group.
All right, thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Griff, just how's it getting back together after that win on Sunday? First full training back together. How's the mindset of the team here?
Yeah, very positive. Obviously, we still got a lot of work to do, but a win in the playoffs is a great start.
How do you take in the last time you played RSL up there? What do you take from that? Obviously, you just played at home, but does that go into, or how does that go into the equation of how to handle them on the road coming up?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of games to look at in terms of playing RSL and yeah, I think that we're going to take all of those games, whether it was away or at home, all those results, and kind of compile them all together and put a game plan up against them away.
It felt like y'all dropped a little after the second half of the past game. After looking at a little tape, what was your takeaways? How have y'all improved, knowing that you're heading to Utah, where y'all have won at point, but in front of a Utah home crowd?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us it's just about staying on top of teams and punishing teams early. You know, we are a great first half team, and sometimes I think we can lose it in the second half. Maybe it's a little bit of confidence or overconfidence, but I would just say that staying in it and punishing teams early is really where we need to focus.
Hey, that's our question real quick. Congrats on the first win.
Thank you.
And on your dominant performance. And
You got some awesome fashion.
Thank you very much. This is my birthday. You've been dominant. Your presence has been felt in all the games. In the first leg, you know, workaholic player. You kept that pressure on. How do you plan to maintain, that balance between individual creativity and team cohesion to achieve results in the second game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a balance of playing a team sport in general. You always have the balance of individual, but also team mentality. And I think as a team, this is one of the better teams I've ever been a part of, and we have a team cohesion that doesn't really tap into any individuality as much as it does the team.
Do you expect a more aggressive team on the other side of this game too?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're coming. It's a must-win game for them, and it's a playoff game. And I think that they're going to give us everything that they've got.
Last must-win with them was Open Cup. 8 yellow cards handed out, 1 red. Do you expect that kind of scenario playing out there?
I think that whatever the game entails, and we're going to be ready for whatever, and we're going to be ready to fight. And depending on what that looks like, it's what that looks like.
Good.
Thank you, guys.